Hello everyone, welcome to another video. In this video, I will be analyzing the JP pounds JPY. In a moment, I just want to show us how to identify a high probability setup in this trade. Now, at the moment, I will just take off all these drawings and follow us through step by step in identifying a high probability setup. The first thing you want to do when you want to enter your trade is first you look for your daily directional bias. What is the market saying? What are we looking for? This is the area where you get to, you know, make a decision whether you are bullish or whether you are bearish. And in this situation, what I like to do basically doing my top-down analysis is to go to the weekly time frame. I like the higher time frame because they mostly give me, a good view, a good read of what the market is saying. Now, from here, you can agree with me that price is on an uptrend. Yeah, you can agree with me that price is on an uptrend. And from what you're seeing here, let me start from here. Price came, did this, came back here, and created this high. And this high created this low, which has been respected, Now you can see that my bias for this trade will be bullish. And so, knowing that, what I want to be looking for is a bullish setup. Now remember, the institutions, the big banks, the hedge funds, they don't trade like we trade. They have their orders placed. They don't use indicators. They don't use all the support and resistance that we use. They buy at a certain level. And most times, the levels at which they buy are basically the levels where retail traders will have their stop losses. So having identified my directional bias for the day, knowing that it is bullish, what I want to do is I want to see how the market structure is, the recent market structure. So on the daily, this will be I want to mark out the recent structure, the recent high, the obvious highs and lows of the market. So on the daily, this will be my obvious highs. This will be my obvious high and low. So whatever I will be doing will be within price range here, within price range. I hope you guys are following. Whatever I'm doing will be within this price range. So what's my next step? After confirming or identifying my directional bias, I looking out for the obvious highs and lows. I want to deep down into the 4 hours to see. See that on the 4 hours we are trending upward as well. You can see we're trending upward as well. Yeah, very nice. We are trending upward as well. So I want to take this out, and what I want to be looking out for are key levels where the market moved and broke structures that will give me an idea of institutional footprints. Now what I want to do first is to identify a breaker structure. This is an obvious high here. Will I say, okay, let me put this here. This is a breaker structure. From here, price came down here. and created this low, which is still being respected. So I just keep marking my structures out. We have a break of structure here to the downside, and what the price do, price came up here, tapped tapped into this order block, and immediately it did what happened. Price broke the structure here. You see, what I'm doing is I'm trying to identify levels where the institutions will, has placed orders from. Now, the reason why I picked this, you can see that there was a spring, a quick expansion from this point. This tells me that the institutions, after looking at this market, the institutions, what they did was to pile up orders here and move the market upwards, and this actually caused a breakup structure at this point. Now, this has been able, this, is giving me a clear picture of what I'm looking for. Now, what I want to see is a build up to liquidity, because liquidity is what fuels the market. I can identify that one here to this point. The next thing I want to see is a fair value gap being formed. I get that here. This makes my trade here. I put my stop loss this way. Take it to the next high. Now, this is the recent price action where price came, broke structure, and continued to the upside, creating this high. Creating that high. And what do we have next? We see a build up to liquidity. Some persons will call it inducement. Liquidity down here. And then when price came, expanded to the upside again. What I want to see is price coming down to this uh my demand zone, tap into it, and then push up to the upside. So this is my trading setup for the week. And we see price respecting highs and lows, disrespecting highs and respecting the lows. So this is the recent point where price pushed up, and yet we are here to see an expansion from here, dipped into our point of interest before going higher. So this is it. If I take it down to the 1 hour, let's see how this looks like in the 1 hour. Just keep it simple, guys. There's no need to complicate trades. You know, I've been able to train myself, through mentorship, through studies to identify institutional blueprint. Once I see it, I don't hesitate. Don't hesitate to take that trade. Now you see there's another block around here. There's a demand zone around here. Price came in, tapped into it, and did made this impulsive move to the upside. You can see it also break broke internal structures right here. The price came here, created liquidity, and moved up, pushed up, broke structure. So this is a high probability trade, you know, setup for the week. Let's see what happens, you know, next week. Today is 5th of July. Let's see what happens when the market opens on Monday, 7th of July. So guys, this is it for British pounds, Japanese yen on the 1 hour. This is my setup. I'll just quickly add here. Let me just quickly define all these points so we know what we are talking about. Here we have a fair value gap here. This is our point of interest. I like to just add this is our PUI. At this point, and here's our liquidity. So we want to see price do something like this. Either price go up and come all the way down to our point of interest, and then want to see price move from here quickly. Sorry, let me get this here. Want to see price move up here quickly to this high. So this is what I'm expecting price to do. Maybe price could move, take out this high, then possibly come down here, tap into our point of interest, engineer, some sort of orders around here down to the upside to continue the bullish trend. So this is what we're anticipating. We don't know what price is going to do, but let's keep this in mind that this is our POI and we're expecting price to come down here. Knowing that all our criteria have been met, we have liquidity, we have the fair value gap, and our point of interest where price took off from and broke structure. So this will be what I'll be expecting on Monday. Let's see how price plays out. And yeah, we'll be looking at the event unfolding on Monday. So this is it. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, share, comment below what you want me to which pair you want me to analyze, and we'll just do that, and then we trade together and make money. Thank you very much. This is Trade CFX Academy, and